you, Judge, is did you inquire of the CEO what facilities were needed or were lacking at Ashland?
I did not, because I thought that it was operations, that event was run by operations, and they would know what they were about.
Can you repeat that again? You did not because
No, I didn't ask him what facilities, because then operations was manning that event. And I thought they knew what they were about.
But were you curious as to why?
No, as I say, I was a stranger to GCOM, and I thought that, at that stage, everything was okay. I didn't see anything wrong with him going under there, because normally they have events there. And I thought that maybe they're just coming there, it would be more under control or whatever. I didn't ask him.
you know, Judge, speaking for myself, I am a little concerned when you say you did not ask him. One of the reasons you were a stranger to Chico.
Yes, because I had just gone there, yes, but I didn't ask him, I trusted him then. I thought that, he was doing something which would be transparent and everything. I didn't think,
because you never
no, I didn't know.
And if I may interject on that point, I think it's because you were new to GCOM that the curiosity should perhaps have been deeper to ensure that you understood what was happening and that no suggestion couldn't be made that as chair you weren't taking the requisite interest in administrative oversight of the election.
But you see, we were having a lot of events under that shed, so I didn't think that far. I just thought that it was just one of those things.
As you said, you trusted him. While the chairman looks at some of his notes, could I take you back, forgive me, to your paragraph 25, please?
Yes.
At this point now, you're in the room, you fear for your life, you're stressed, and you want some time to think. The door is breaking, the door breaks open, and you see Dr. Josh Kanai, who you recognize.
And Narayan, Inspector Narayan.
And Inspector Narayan.
And I felt very...
And you feel relieved.
Yes.
So then, I think what I'm trying to understand is, you then realize, was it then you realized that people thought that you were being held captive?
Of course, that's the point.
All right. So having clarified that they weren't there to harm you, and I notice you still proceeded to be escorted down.
Well,
May I just finish? I'll be finished shortly. When you reached at the bottom, you saw the ranks, as my brother the chair said, and so on. Did you then say, there's enough police officers here, nobody was out to get me, it was only Dr. Josh, who I know, and the police. Let me give them some instructions and resume my duties in this building as chair.
well, that was late. There was no other duty there. Everybody had left, most people.
All right. Yes, Chair, let's follow up.
Thank you.
Justice Singh, prior prior to the commencement of the tabulation process, did the Elections Commission arrive at any decision on the process to be followed for tabulation? More specifically, did the commission arrive at the decision that tabulation was to be determined through the use of statements of poll?
Yes. We never determine
No,
using
that-
spreadsheets, yes.
So
Yes,
the
yes.
commission took no decision about the use of spreadsheets.
That's
The
correct.
established decision was
Use
statements of polls were to
yes.
be used. Thank you, sir. Now, at paragraph 11 of your statement, you say that on the morning of the 4th of March 2020, Ms. Shadiq told you that she was going downstairs to the ground floor because, in speaking with you, she said someone was using a spreadsheet for tabulation instead of statement of polls. Can I inquire as to when you received that information from Ms. Shadiq, did it occur to you that if that were true, that's a complete deviation from an established commission procedure?
Yes, but can I explain what Ms.
No,
Shadi
please,
said?
one moment.
Okay.
So you recognize immediately that this was a deviation from
Yes.
an established
Yes,
commission
it was.
procedure. Did you want to know who the someone was who was using and doing this, using a spreadsheet?
Well, can I explain what
Certainly
Ms.
now,
Shadi
yes.
said? Ms. Shadi said that she was leaving the exercise we were doing, and she was going downstairs because Mr. Barajagio had called them about that someone was using a spreadsheet. That was what she told me.
Yes.
And she was going down to inquire. So when she came up, she told me the matter was resolved.
No, my question was, did you not worry about who the someone was?
Yes, I was.
And what did you do?
Well, I was waiting her to return to tell me what took place because she said he was calling them for a meeting.
You had to wait a long time then?
No, it wasn't long.
Well, you followed by saying quite some time after that, the matter was
Well,
resolved.
it wasn't some time like long. It would have been about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes when she came back.
Quite some time after that, you say would
No,
have
well,
been
that
about.
is not quite correct. Quite some time, but it's about 15 minutes.
Okay, and did you learn who was using the spreadsheet?
No, she told me the matter was resolved, but I understand it was.
That was not, please.
Yes, I heard that after.
After meeting what? When she came?
No, sometime later. I heard that Mingo was giving someone a spreadsheet to use.
And were you alarmed by that?
Of course.
And what did you do?
Well, then I inquired and they said that they had gone back to the SOPs.
Didn't you think it important that the decision of the commission be reaffirmed to the people who were involved in the tabulation process? You cannot use any spreadsheets. It is in violation of a decision of the commission. Did you do any such reaffirmation of the?
No, but we told the CEO and everybody, and I told Mingo himself that.
You told Mingo
Yes,
yourself?
of course. I told Mingo the day when we went to the court, I told him.
So he was well aware of the commission's decision.
Yes, I told him, and I warned him after the CTV had gone to the Chief Justice Court. I told him when he goes back there, he must use the SOPs, and he told me yes.
I don't know, and I'd really like to find out, the people who were to be involved in the tabulation exercise, these were to be DROs? These were the authorized people?
Yes,
So if clerks were doing it, would that have been something that was not approved?
yes, that would have been.
So clerks would not have had any authority
No,
to be involved in.
no,
Now, at paragraph 15 of your statement, you said that you were in a meeting with
Commissioner,
all the commissioners
yes,
and the High Commissioner for Canada came into the room.
she knocked at the door.
Yes. And she announced that Mr. Mingo was going to make a declaration of results.
He was making a declaration.
You say was going to make. So she was alerting the commission.
Yes,
And you say at that stage, you knew that the tabulation for District 4 had not been concluded.
yes.
Did it occur to you, Judge, that some measure had to be adopted there and then to stop that?
By the time we came up there, Mingo, everybody ran out. Mingo had already made his declaration.
So when the Canadian High Commissioner spoke, everybody ran out of the room?
Yes, everyone ran out. Because this is something unheard of. Nobody thought that would have happened.
But Commissioner Corbin didn't run out.
I didn't look for Commissioner Corbin. I don't know.
Well-
I came out myself because
You ran out too?
no, I came out because I was called out. There was someone from the Commonwealth Secretariat and Observer who called and said Barnes Scotland would like to speak with me on the phone.
You see, I'm just following your statement. You say, you remember Commissioner Corbett saying that you cannot direct.
Oh, that was earlier, during the meeting, before that happened. And when we were about to answer Commissioner Corbin, that's when the knocking came on the door. Apparently she too was surprised that the Mingo was going up there to make a declaration.
Did you make a response to Commissioner Corbin when he said you can't direct the RO how to do his job?
Commissioner, that is what I'm trying to tell you, that before I could have answered Commissioner Corbin, this knock came and everybody ran out. It's during that time.
The knock came from the Canadian High Commissioner?
Yes,
And she came in and made an announcement.
yes.
And then everyone got up and ran
Yes,
out.
everybody came out and ran out because they wanted to know what was going on. It was something unheard of, and the whole place was in chaos.
An uproar.
Yes, big uproar,
Come on.
everybody shouting.
So by that time, Mingo had made a declaration.
Yes,
So the context then would be that Mingo made a declaration
yes.
and all of the districts of Region 4 had not been tabulated.
That is true.
Do you know how many districts were outstanding? If you can, if you
No,
remember.
I don't.
You don't, okay. The Ashman's building was gazetted as a tabulation office or the office of the region,
The region.
RO?
RO of region.
so that was a designated
Yes,
under the control and supervision of GCOM.
yes.
in which you had executive authority,
Yeah.
and you learned that the government minister is going to use this building.
No, I didn't know.
You didn't
That-
know, you
no
didn't know
one
that there was
informed-
going, did you know that there was going to be a meeting which you thought would be a meet and greet?
No, I didn't know. When I saw her there, I thought that is what she was about. I didn't know she came to give them some warning. I didn't know. I heard about that after. No one informed me.
When you say, I did not see it as my place to stop a meeting, were you aware that there was a meeting?
No, at that stage, I didn't know what type of meeting. I thought she was going there just to meet and greet the observers because she's the person who would issue the invitation for them to come.
Were you curious to ask what it was about?
No, because when we saw her, she was already in the room speaking to the people. So I wasn't aware that there was such a meeting.
No, but when you say, I did not see it as my place to stop a meeting,
Well, because at that stage, I didn't know, Commissioner, what type of meeting it would have been.
whatever kind of meeting, Judge,
But how-
a minister of government is using a GCOM building to conduct a meeting for whatever purpose. Did she ask your permission to use?
Nobody did. No, she did not. I was quite surprised seeing the minister there.
On that issue, may I just when was that issue of the Minister coming into the building and having a meeting, was that issue subsequently discussed by GCOM commissioners?
Not really.
I don't say not really, so I think it was discussed.
No, it was not discussed.
It was not discussed.
No.
I just would like to take you back to paragraph 12, where the Deputy Chief Elections Officer asked you to go downstairs.
Oh, yes.
Now-
This,
Now, we know there was a pregnant employee who apparently was not feeling well. And you were appreciably concerned about that employee's well-being.
it was the evening.
Sorry?
It was an evening.
7:30 p.m.
Ah.
Yes. You were the employee was pregnant and was not feeling well.
Well, I was told that by Miss Myers when she came to me and asked me to go down.
So you went down and you asked the people in the room to show some mercy to her,
Yes, some compassion.
some consideration to her, given her condition.
And that she didn't eat for the day. I was told that.
Perfectly understandable, and your response is commendable. But Ms. Myers told you that, in fact, she asked you to go down
Yes.
to speak to the people in the RO's office since there was a commotion.
Yes.
One moment. There could not have been a commotion because the woman was pregnant and was feeling unwell.
Okay.
Did you want to know what the commotion was about?
Yes, this is what she told me, and when I went there, they complained me. They told me that they had expected the CEO, because he had promised that he would, from start to finish, he would have completed the tabulation, and he did not. And they said that they did not understand why all these delays. So I told them, the CEO had told me he was leaving and he would be back shortly. So they were hoping that he would come back. And then someone said they will go and get him. And I understand he did come back. So
Did
they
come
were yes, they were complaining about the delays. That is what they raised with me. And that is what the commotion was about.
Would I be correct then to suggest that they were complaining about delays
Yes.
and the consequential protraction of the tabulation
Yes,
exercise?
that is what they were complaining. And then if Miss Meyer if this girl should leave, then there will be further delay. And then Mr. Anand Nandalal even came in and he said he would get DRO. That is when the CEO came back.
Yes. One moment. Now, it was the CEO who told you there was a bomb in the building.
Yes,
And as far as you know, the building was searched for a bomb and nothing was found.
that is true.
Are you aware that the DCEO handed to a police officer on a subsequent day a styrofoam cup with something that looked like a clock and had something like a camera lens in it, and asked them, this was found in the room. I'm not sure, I don't want to be accused of saying something that maybe she did not tell the police. But whatever she did, it caused the police to take that object, and they had a cursory look at it and determined this was not a bomb. Are you aware? Are you not aware of that?
No, Commissioner, it's the first time I'm hearing about it. I never heard it, even at Commissioner level.
I'm not surprised, Judge. I'm not surprised no one told you.
No one told me. And I should have heard that in the commission.
Well, I would expect that someone...
Because Ms. Myers used to sit in the commission.
Yes. Now about your room and the noise. Are you, at that time, were you aware that there was a row of police, I think mainly police women, blocking entrance to your room?
I wasn't aware of that at all.
Would that video be available so that the judge can have a look? Because her answer, she's unaware. I can understand that if she's locked in a room. But it might be helpful that she could see what was happening outside.
A row of policewomen.
There were some policewomen when the attempt was being made to get to the room. Unless they were at another room and I'm mistaken.
I would have to get some feedback from the people who are controlling the device on which the video is stored.
I don't know.
One moment. So you don't know about these police women being in
No,
front
I
of
never
you?
heard about that.
And
And that
when-
is why I panicked, because I wasn't aware anybody was around.
No, just bear with me. When you went to that room, who accompanied you or who were the persons in the room with you?
My security and my driver.
One
Nobody
security?
else. Yes, one security and a driver. Because I normally would have two security, but one was in the vehicle. That's what my security informed me.
One was in the vehicle.
Yes.
But when you were going out, I'm sure somewhere in your statement you say you were accompanied by two security detail and your driver.
Well, that was a mistake because my security corrected me that the one was downstairs in the vehicle.
So the information about two security
Yes,
is an error.
that is
It's an error. Okay. Justice Singh, did you at any time that day speak with the Commissioner of Police?
No.
Did you ever request the Tactical Services Unit?
No, I did not. The only person I spoke with is Amna Al. I never requested any form of police.
did any GCOM official ever advise you that they had requested the tactical services unit
No
to
one
come to
did.
the GCOM?
No one.
As we speak now, are you aware that the police, the tactical services unit, went to the GCOM building to clear persons out of the building and to secure the building? Are you aware of that now?
I'm aware of that now.
When did you first become aware of that?
Shortly after, maybe the next day.
Were you concerned about that? A
Well,
GCOM commissioner was asked to leave the building.
well, I was told that, and I was very concerned about that. Of course.
Were
they
any
told me.
inquiries made by you as to who requested the police to go and do that?
No. We never asked any questions.
You.
I never asked any questions.
You said that on the 12th of March, the Deputy Chief Elections Officer, Ms. Myers, told you that her understanding of a ruling by the Chief Justice was that any means could be employed to do the tabulation.
Yes.
But from your understanding, and you read the decision of the Chief Justice subsequently,
Yes.
that was an incorrect view that she.
Yes, because she said the people were divided. Some were saying that, and some were saying. So I said I will get the Chief Justice decision, and so I knew it wasn't.
The GCOM shed, where the process was shifted, was not a place of tabulation that had been approved by the Elections Commission. This was a decision taken by some GCOM official.
The CEO,
The CEO took that decision,
yes.
but it was not approved by the Commission.
No, that was never discussed with the commission.
You did actually ask him, why are you doing this?
Yes, I did.
And he said, because of a lack of facilities at the Ashlands building. Did you inquire what facilities were
I
needed?
did not, because I just thought, well, he was there and he knew all about what, he needed, and if people would be better accommodated there.
But you do know that at the Ashlands building, there were chairs and
I'm
there were
aware
tables.
of all of that.
So, you know that at the shed at GCOM headquarters, they were using some kind of sheet of cloth
I was told that.
and the projector. These were things that could have been put in the back of a car and transported to GCOM, the Ashlands building, which was the approved tabulation center by the Elections Commission. There would have been no impediment to achieving that. You agree?
Yes.
Thank you. And now I come to the CEO. Looking at your statement, it appears that you wanted a report to conclude the elections process based on the recount, figures which were known to the Commission. Am I right?
Yes.
Based on your statement, it seems to me that you had to make 6 attempts before you got this report from the CEO. Was there any effort made by the Commission to discipline the CEO?
No, Commissioner. There was a motion eventually to have him dismissed.
No, I mean, at the time when he was,
No, because we wanted the report, everybody wanted the report.
yes, you could still get the report and have disciplinary
Yes,
proceedings
but-
ongoing, none of that was done.
No,
There is a document, it doesn't bear a date. Oh, yes, it does. 26th of June, 2020. It's titled the press release.
oh, I don't know anything about that, I saw it only, I saw it.
Yes. It's under the hand of the chief election officer. Did the commission give its approval for
No,
him to issue a
no
press
way,
release?
no, not as far as I know.
And this chief elections officer was at all material times under the supervision of the elections
Yes,
commission.
of course.
That's correct?
Yes,
Yes. In this press release, this gentleman describes himself as a constitutional officer.
he wasn't,
Sorry,
he was not a constitution.
he was never a
No,
constitutional officer.
he's an election officer.
Yes. Thank you, Judge.
May I be permitted one more, Chair? When on the afternoon of 13th March 2020, the CEO told you they were moving to the shed at GCOM headquarters, did that require some kind of official process like gazetting and so on?
Not as far as I know, because it was just a venue, and I say that is the headquarters of GCOM.
Thank you. Yes, Chair.
If I may,
Yes?
Judge, I take it after the 5th of March, it would be correct to say that the GCOM commissioners had to focus a lot of time and attention on a number of court matters which were filed. Do you agree?
Yes, after the fifth.
And another thing which took up a lot of the attention of the commissioners was the arrangements for a recount, is that
Yes,
correct?
that is correct.
Thank you.
Just, Judge, I forgot to ask you. You wrote to the chief elections officer, I think on the 9th of July.
Yes,
And then he sought some clarification from you.
yes,
And then you replied
that my
to
letter
say
said.
your letter of the 9th stands.
Yes.
But we have not seen that letter. Do
You
you
have
have
not
it?
seen it?
Was that put in?
Yes.
The letter of the 9th?
Well,
No, we didn't have a copy of the
You
letter
didn't?
of the 9th.
it wasn't in my exhibits.
No, we had the letter referring to the
To
letter
it,
of the 9th,
yes.
yes.
But could you make
I
that
will do
available?
that, I will make it
Please, that
available.
would be very helpful. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Nothing further, commissioners, this is our last witness for this period of time.
This being the last witness, this brings to an end the public hearings for this part of the year until we resume on the 4th of January 2023. I wish on behalf of myself and my fellow commissioners to extend our heartfelt thanks to all who have been here and supportive of the commission. Ms. Choate and her team, the indefatigable Mr. Javid Shadiq and his team, the media, the listening public, and those who are responsible for giving us our morning coffee and tea. please, we thank you all and we look forward to seeing you in the new year. We take I take the opportunity again on behalf of all of us here to wish you all a happy, safe and holy Christmas season.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.